It starts as social acceptance, and then it turns into craving, dependency, transitioning to permanent consequences such as scarring, ligament loss, cancer, and even premature death. Yes, I'm talking about something that we've let slide for decades: tobacco. In our society, we have a voice that can be heard and our opinions felt, now more than ever, which can be used to turn the tides and change what the norm has been for too long. Tobacco sows and reaps death. The number is staggering, claiming life of my grandfather and many other loved ones as well. Most of us have grown up accustomed to people smoking around us because it's legal to do so. However, the consequences, like cancer, seem to be a reality we tend to ignore. Tobacco also causes devastating, life-altering limb loss. Besides a person's health, the health of the planet is negatively affected, with trillions of cigarette butts being littered every year. Today, I will tell you why using tobacco should be completely outlawed. People have been using tobacco for centuries, but it wasn't until the 1950s and 60s that using it was linked to ill health. After a series of major medical reports, it was confirmed that using tobacco causes a wide range of serious diseases. Tobacco products contain a wide variety of hazardous chemicals. These chemicals are altered when smoked or ingested. According to the author of Tobacco-Related Cancers, Nancy Petrowski, PhD, it is the other chemicals in these products, as well as what happens to them when vaporized through the process of smoking, that are troublesome. For instance, the smoke may contain substances such as ammonia, carbon monoxide, cyanide, and even formaldehyde. Most people have heard of these chemicals but aren't clear about their purpose. The use of the chemicals such as ammonia is to manufacture plastic, explosives, textiles, pesticides, and dyes. Yet people are still smoking this junk. You can find this ingredient in many household and industrial strength cleaning products. Nancy Petrowski also goes to explain how other types of cancer related to tobacco include cancers of the bladder, breast, esophagus, kidney, larynx, liver, the mouth, nasal cavities, the pancreas, and so forth. Tobacco has been related to abdominal, cervical, and colon cancers, as well as myeloid leukemia. Cancer can develop in just about every organ, sometimes unexplainably. But consuming tobacco and the other chemicals it contains will ensure a fast track to certain ailments and afflictions. Other consequences of using tobacco is the life-altering loss of limbs. Smoking accelerates the heart rate, constricting arteries. It makes it extremely difficult for blood to circulate through the body. According to the SVS, Society for Vascular Surgery, if PAD patients peripheral arterial disease don't seek treatment or follow the doctor's advice, the disease has a higher chance of becoming chronic limb-threatening ischemia, which means that the blood flow to the limb, usually a foot or leg, is so poor that the survival of the limb is in jeopardy. In short, the at-risk patient is dangerously close to amputation. Besides our health, the health of our planet is being destroyed by the massive amount of cigarette butt littering. The numbers are not in the billions, but trillions. That is the absolutely mind-blowing to me. The Truth Organization speaks out against the big tobacco industries. Littered cigarettes is a hazardous problem to ecosystems. According to the Truth Organization, littered cigarette butts leach toxic chemicals such as arsine, used to kill rats, and lead, to name a few, into the environment and can contaminate water. The toxic exposure can poison fish as well as animals who eat cigarette butts. The food we eat from the ocean and animals who have consumed cigarettes are ingesting these harmful chemicals. Even the cigarette itself is not organically decomposed for a year. It takes years for something like that is non-biodegradable to eventually decay through the elements. Hopefully, this post has shed some light on the fact that using tobacco has such bad consequences that it should be illegal. For ingesting harmful chemicals that are originally meant for industrial cleaning condition solutions to patients who've smoked so much, surgeons must amputate parts of their body for survival. Caring about your own health is primary. Using the same mindset will dispose the excess amount of cigarette butts piling up in the world and harming the ecosystems and natural habitats. People can only change themselves. All you can do is present the facts. We as a people need to stand up for what is right and end the plague that has clouded our minds and health for far too long.